So today we are going to discuss regarding the point which is called as a Dhatri, right? So what is a Dhatri? We are going to discuss today. So what Acharya says, Dhatri is a very unique concept in Ayurveda, right? It is a unique concept. Why it is a unique? Because why it is unique? Because some mothers do not have adequate breast milk secretions, which may lead to undernutrition of their newborn babies. What here happens if the mother will not produce the adequate milk for the breastfeeding, and due to that the undernutrition of the baby will be happens. So here what only human milk is suitable, right, for the best growth and development of the baby, right, for the growing tissue, immune system and brain of the newborn. So here only human milk is necessary. So to avoid the complication, what they say is that to avoid the complication and undernutrition, there should be one female caregiver to breastfeed the to the child. So here what, other than mother, the female who has given a birth to the baby, other than that female, one female provides the breastfeeding to the child for its development, growth of the tissue, immune system. So that will called as so that female will be called as Dhatri in Ayurveda, right? So that female will be called as Dhatri, right? So what this is here, next what this is that all Acharya had accepted the concept of a Dhatri. All Acharyas has been accepted that, right? Charaka and Sushruta suggested that there should be only one Dhatri. Charak and Sushruta says there has to be only one Dhatri. But while Acharya Vagbhat suggests that there should be two Dhatris for the breastfeeding of the newborn in absence of the maternal breast milk. There are certain characteristics described by Ayurveda for the Dhatri, such as ideal Dhatri is a very holy and sacred for the newborn. So here what they have explained the term of a Dhatri, and according to different acharyas, Charak and Shushruta has explained or given only one Dhatri, while Vagbhat says that there should be two Dhatris for the newborn regarding the breastfeeding, right? So we will next move to the next paragraph. What they say is, here characteristics of the ideal Dhatri. What should be the characteristics of the ideal Dhatri, right? So characteristics of the ideal Dhatri, we will see that. So Dhatri should not be physically or mentally handicapped. It has not to be physically as well as mentally handicapped, right? Should be keep and should keep abstinence, right? So Dhatri should, it has to be young, not we can say older woman. It has to be only young female. Should be free from diseases. It has to be free from diseases. She should have a live child. She has to be a live child, right? She has to be a live child and should be kind enough and affection. He has to be the affection to the newborn or with the newborn. Dhatri should have a same varna, has to be same varna, race or caste, and should maintain the pathyakara ahara vihara. Not any female who has not does the palan of Pathyakara Ahara Vihara, right? So she has to be follow Pathyakara Ahara and Vihara. She should be a good in nature. He has to be good in nature, active, not a lethargical, right? So have a good breast milk. She also what is necessary. So she has to fulfill the need of the child. So she has a good breast milk secretions, right, to meet the hunger of the baby, and should be free from ashtadosha, that is ati sthula of there, ati sthula, ati krishna, ati loma, aloma, that is no hair or more, many more hairs, ati ati rasva, ati dirgha, ati shweta, ati krishna. So we have seen this all ashtanindita purusha in last year charaka samhita, right? So these, among this, she has not to be why? Because the kinds of features she adapted or she shows, the features will be comes into the baby or child, right? So next, we have seen the characteristic what kinds of Dhatri should be, has to be. So now we will see or what kind of contraindications, right? So we will see the contraindications of the breastfeeding. So these are what are the contraindications of the stanyapan and breastfeeding. So what are the contraindications? When mother or a Dhatri is hungry, when a mother should not or a Dhatri should not have to feed the child when she is hungry, stressed, tired and state of anger. When she is even in anger state, she would not have to feed her baby, right? Or state of padushta dhatu, pradushta dhatu. When pradushta dhatu means what? When she is sick or ill, very uh, when she's in an ill condition, right? This is important. When she has any kind of illness, she would not have to feed the baby. Why? Because the disease she is suffering from also get from or get or may um, responsible for what, for the any, right? Another, when she is pregnant, when she is taken a viruddha ahar vihar during the state of indigestion, she has not to feed the baby, right? So we have seen the contraindication. What kind of contraindication should has to be? Next is next we are going to see the stanya nash hetu. Which hetu will be responsible for the stanya nash or decreasing the secretions of the breast milk, right? So what are the stanya nash hetus we are going to see, right? So the hetus are Acharya explain various factors affecting the breast milk are sugar when the female is in stress or tension, or the Dhatri is in stress or tension. Next is the krodh. Next then another is ayas, langhana, avatsalya. What that means? What the lack of the affection towards the child, that is also responsible for the stanya nashubda, or that is also a hetu which could be does the stanya nasha, right? So these are the hetus will be responsible for the stanya nasha. Hmm. Next, what they say is the all the mental condition cause a reduction in the secretions of the breast milk. In addition to ahar like a siddhu having a katu, kashaya rasa pradhana dravyas causes stanyanash, etc. If the female consumes siddhu, katu, kashaya rasatmaka ahara in excess quantity, so the breast milk will be reduced or Dhatri's milk should be reduced. So Acharya says mother or a Dhatri should follow Pathya Ahar and Vihar to prevent the Stanyadushti. So this not lead to the complication to the child. So the Pathyakar Ahar Vihar should has to follow to the female or a Dhatri. Next they have given regarding Chikitsa what Acharya says. So Acharya given point regarding Chikitsa. What they says that the Madhya, Asava and Arishta except Shidhu, Gramya, Anupa and Avduka mouse, right? We can use Madhya, Asava, Arishta, etc. things, but without Sidhu, Gramya, Anupa and Avduka mouse, right? Meat of a sea animals. Dravya, Madhura, Amla, Lavana, salty diet, etc. we can take in form of chikitsa, right? So next, in the next slide, next point, they have given that um, what they say is that milk is a stanya jananahara, right? Um, so milk is a stanya jananahara, that is a galactogogous or galactogenic diet while avoiding the secretions with the comfort life and stanya janana vihara. So we can give milk to the female who is breastfeeding her baby, right? So this kind of ahar vihara should has to be follow. So next is the stanya janana kashayam. So jeevaniya dravyas, which kind of kashaya we will provide? Stanya janan kashaya like a jeevaniya kashaya, vidari, yashtimatu, jeevaka, etc. we will provide. So next is stanya janana dashamani are useful in the increase and startup of the maternal breast milk. These kinds of ahar or this kind of a kashaya we will use for the increasing the secretions of the milk in a female who is feeding to the her baby or her child, right? So this kind of kashaya. Next is a stanya kshaya. Which factor will responsible for the kshaya of the stanya? We will see that stanyo malanata, which uh, if there is a shrinking of the breast, there is a stanya apravati, less secretions of the breast milk. This kind of a stanya kshaya has to be happen in a female due to some apatyakara ahar we are follow or any kind of a deformity already present in the female, right? So this will be responsible for the stanya kshaya in the female. Next is what kind of chikitsa should we has to follow. So the chikitsa treatment, if the female has a stanya kshaya or a stanya janana ahar vihar she has been follow, so we can give the treatment in the form of what? in case of a stanya ksheda, if the female has a kshaya of a stanya, Vaidya should use a dravya which have a similar guna with a stanya. The dravyas which have a similar guna we can give to the female. So in addition, what we will give Shleshma Sapata Vardhaka Dravya, which increases the kapha in a body. Diet and medicine should be increasing kapha. Also all the kind of dravya or ahar vihar which can increase the secretions in the or kapha in the body of the female, we can provide it, right? So for today is done for the today, and tomorrow we will see what kind of modern pediatrician use or regarding modern practice, right? So thank you.